We're closing in on 1 year since the BP oil spill, and many Florida fishermen call this past year the toughest that they have ever faced. Now, not only has it changed their way of life, but it has also changed the way that some people look at Gulf seafood. As 10 News reporter Adam Freeman explains, it could be years before we really know the extent of all the damage.
At Hernando Beach Seafood Company, the catch still comes in, but it's not what it used to be.
And this year's been a big disappointment. It's been a hard year for everyone. We've watched a lot of our friends go out of business.
Owner Kathy Beeran says thanks to the disaster in the Gulf, business sunk 70% over the past year.
The 2010 summer, it was rough. It was really bad.
For them, reeling in sea life still isn't the same. They say the fish are moving away from the Gulf. Instead of taking their boat out, say 50 miles west of Tampa, now they must go all the way down to the Keys, using more time and fuel as they try to stay afloat.
But those fish aren't stupid, and they know if they're not in clean waters that they need to go somewhere where they are.
For fishermen, one of their biggest fights is still convincing people that what comes out of this water is safe.
We are pushing for further testing, for the testing to change, for it to be better testing.
The federal government, though, says it continues to retest seafood, pointing out that so far thousands of tests show no oil or dispersant contamination. BP is also giving Florida $20 million for seafood testing and marketing.
Gulf seafood is perfectly safe, and that it is probably the most tested seafood on the planet right now.
Still, the fishing industry fears the future.
The worst could be yet to come, which sounds very hopeless.
Unclear of the long-term effects oil could have on fish offspring and population. In Hernando County, Adam Freeman, 10 News.
And at one point, nearly 90,000 square miles of Gulf waters were closed to fishermen. Today, though, only about 1,000 square miles remain closed off. And the state is also testing seafood, as recent polling shows that Floridians are still worried about whether it is safe to eat. Today, Agriculture Commissioner Adam Putnam spoke about the result of 230 recently tested seafood samples and said that there is no scientific basis for that concern.
Only 11% had any detectable level of dispersant or oil, and none of them exceeded 1/1000th of the FDA's recommended level of concern.
He expects his department to test 80 samples a month as a result of that extra $20 million given to the state by BP.